Joining us now, Bishop T.D. Jakes, the founder and senior pastor of the Potter's House. Bishop Jakes, thank you so much for joining us. What role do you want churches and other faith communities to play in the path forward?
Well, first of all, Wolf, thank you for having me. Delighted to be with you. I think that churches have an obligation not to look the other way on this issue, but to become involved as a part and a significant part, particularly of the African American community, and being involved in providing solutions and guiding the process, because we're not just looking at the deterioration of the criminal justice system, which has been corroding for some time, but we're also looking at the deterioration of trust in the community. And when you lose trust as a leader and as an official, the consequences can be absolutely devastating, and they're too high for us to pay. We have to do something to restore trust.
That's an important point. You've also pointed out that black clergy here in the United States have led the fight for social justice. So what would you want to see now from white faith leaders and white Americans in general?
You know, I am starting to see that. I'm very encouraged by a large portion, a growing portion, I should say, of white clergy becoming involved in an even larger amount of the white community, recognizing that this is not a black problem to be segregated and relegated off to our community, but it is an American problem. When you look at some of the atrocities that have happened, even in Buffalo with a 75-year-old white man, it's not just us. When you look at what happened to the Australian reporters trying to report, it's not just us. It's a derelict of responsibility and duty and an insensitivity to using the least amount of force necessary to handle a situation has become a thing of the past. And so it's everybody's problem, and everybody all over the world is starting to speak out about it.
Yeah, that's a fair point as well. The other day I had a chance to speak with the Reverend Michael Curry, the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church here in the United States. He said now is the time to make a decision about what kind of people, his words, what kind of people we are going to be. What does that look like? What does that look like to you?
I think, you know, a myriad of ideas are being thrown against the wall, but I think at the end of the day, it is a mutual respect, the restoration of a pursuit of equality, the correction of hundreds and hundreds of years of injustice that has kind of been swept up under the rug. And we have been told pretty much to suck it up and be forgiving and go about our business. And while you can be forgiving, it's hard to forgive somebody that's still stomping on your foot. And I think it took a knee on the neck to wake America up that a knee on a football field wasn't quite as bad as we thought. And I think we can get a lot done once we begin to reevaluate how we are brethren, how we are family, how we are interconnected, how there's more to unite us than there is to divide us. But we have to have an equal seat at the table. Our voices have to be heard. And in almost every aspect of our systematic influence, whether it's education, whether it's entertainment, whether it's criminal justice, we are way underrepresented, and there has to be some changes made.
Well said, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Always good to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Coming up.